Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to League 1 Season 31. It is week 8, and the 2 and 3 UCLA Bruins are on the road at undefeated number 3 Oregon. Now, we had a good game against them in the first half of last year, so hopefully we can do that again. But let us take a quick look at the Ducks here before we get started. All right, so Dante Moore is a junior 91. He's a field general, so he's not going to want to scramble, even though he's reasonably quick. Halfback Jordan James is phenomenal at 97. 95, 97. Okay, fullback is just a halfback, so they don't like using a fullback. Wide receivers, Stewart's going to be incredibly dangerous. Good tight end in Sadiq. Line is 93, 81, 80, 85, 84, so that's a good line. 87 right end or left end. Okay, so they've got two 87s playing the two end positions. A 92 D tackle with all the disruptors. 86 left, 90 middle, 88 right, 87, 85 corners, 80 free safety. So like the safeties aren't as good as the rest of the defense, but they're the safeties. They're just trying to clean up. So yeah, this is a very good team. This is a very good team. And so what we're going to try and do is play good defense and yeah, go from there. And you know, play good defense, get the offense to work, and hopefully come away with a win, get us, you know, even more back on track. But it's going to be an uphill battle here at Oregon, obviously. All right. Ooh-wee.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bruins will kick it away first. just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Oregon's will have some work to do after that short return. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double coverage, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9.
I mean, one half a step too late or too early.
He'll try it again. Breaks the tackle.
Second too slow.
Nice
Oh,
move.
come on.
Space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks head quickly to the line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13.
When we add up all those inches,
Using the quick
that's
game.
gonna make the fucking
And he's
difference
knocked down
between
immediately, but a
winning
good
and
pickup
losing.
on that play.
Quarterbacks know to short pass the game
And die.
because it really helps with rhythm.
I'll
So
tell you
nice
this,
job
in
by the
any
offensive
fight,
coordinator giving his
the
quarterback
guy
an easy
who's
throw,
willing to die
something he can
is
see,
gonna win that
and
inch.
something that he knows he can do.
And I know I'm gonna
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
because I'm still
And
willing
he's not
to
going to
fight
get there.
and
The
die
defense
for that inch.
stands tall and makes the stop. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the
Now I
return
can't
team.
make you do it.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds.
Look into his eyes.
So the UCLA
Now, I think
Bruins
you're gonna
offense
see
will
a
have its
guy
first possession of
who
the
will
game.
go that inch.
And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or
for this
force.
team.
Yeah, and you
because he
love to be
knows
physical
when it
and
comes
set the
down to
tone,
it,
and this
you're
linebacker
gonna do
does
the
that
same for him.
consistently. Now, Jesse, keep it up with the speed on the other side. That's a different animal.
Might be different.
Spanning more than 15 successful seasons and covering the country from Florida, North Carolina, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, California, and Virginia, this is League One NCAA football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the
Ooh-wee.
guards of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Moss. He looks that one in nicely. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On second down, looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
He just needed a yard on third down,
Oh.
and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Bruins will punt this one away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy.
All right.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Moore will throw. They're bringing heat. And he just throws it away. That is
All right.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him.
Oh.
Maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's Sturdivant. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Paul.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass.
All right.
You got to do a lot of this.
Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Moss. He finds his man. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that.
All right. Got to keep working this rush.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Push down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Oof.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And the Bruins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA. The block. And he's got the
All right.
7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Using his legs, it's James. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football.
And the pressure
Boom.
gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get the two. Another one bites the dust. Shoot out.
Third and long, he'll need to push him downfield. He's got an open man.
Oh,
A huge
damn it.
gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Moore to the air. He's right on target. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Ducks are on the move. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Oh, jeez.
Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And stampeding through the defense. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Let's it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hand. And he couldn't hang on, and we forfeit. And if the kicker can
Oh.
Down the boulevard, it's good.
Great drop.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be
Thanks, Coach. Need it.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Ooh, that's what we like to see.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. Trying to get
Oh.
to him.
Ooh, that was almost
He
bad.
threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some
I just
matchups
didn't-
they could
I
take
just
advantage
didn't
of to get some
parse it
points on
quickly
the board
enough.
early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those
I was too
opportunities.
worried about like what
I like
happened when the guy got
David's idea. Maybe move some
got
guys
stumbled
around so
into,
you
you
can
know?
create some better one-on-one matchups.
Unloads to the wideout.
Oh shit.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
That's
Oh, look out! Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the ball will make
all
it
right.
into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The UCLA
Let's
offense is back
go
on
and get the
field,
lead
ready to
back
go to
here.
work. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Looking downfield, it's Moss. Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Sturdivant. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Back to the air one more time.
Oh,
And he intercepts it.
that was bad. That was bad.
He's at the 40, the 20.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink! Son of a bitch! This can't play me! Son of a bitch! If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away! Yeah!
I just should have called the timeout. I just should have called the timeout.
All the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Sturdivant. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Moss. Makes the grab on the left.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash.
Shanked it.
Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short game.
All right.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Going to leave you some halftime stats.
Stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
when you walk through a storm. Hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's pull it back.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. Gets it out quickly. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into play territory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the Bruins will have a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Well, jet sweep pass. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Bruin. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half, man, it was like it didn't make one of us. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
The 18 unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale.
All right.
They're trailing by
Let's go defense. Let's get a stop.
Pittsburgh. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights. And
Fires up.
Go, 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 go. Oh, yes.
Close in on him after a good return.
nice job. Got it back up.
completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag.
Touchdown, UCLA! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
You've got to make position opportunities. Scoring a touchdown.
Oh, just great defense. Great job by the tight end to get second and short, and then just muscle into the end zone from TJ Harden. Just exactly what we needed.
Ready to go back to work on offense. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know they're going to make some plays for you.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Unloads it left. Just
Oof.
flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the tailback.
Oof, I misread the draw.
And that's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. creating some space, getting just enough good
Overcommitted.
to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to run for it.
And then I undercommitted.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Okay.
I tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Oof.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Pressure coming.
All right. Great job, defense.
And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day. This one from 23. Never a doubt.
All right.
Right down the middle.
That keeps our lead, which is very important.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather.
All right.
Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To throw, it's Moss. Working that left side now. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Good pick up there.
There we go.
And they're set up at the 41. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to stop. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. the handoff. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Moss. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
He's got it down the middle. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. UCLA. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Sturdivant. And they swarm him under.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruin.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the upright.
All right, let's go defense. One more stop.
Here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 17 to BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Finds the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he's
Boom!
a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain lane.
Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business everywhere. Taking care of business. It's all right. Taking care of business and working overtime.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He just broke the century mark, 100 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll keep it on the ground. Pretty good job of running to get to there to the 32. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
At the 36. First down for the offense.
And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Makes the catch. It's Harden. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Run it with the fullback. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Give to the big fullback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. They'll try to get the first through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Moss. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man in the middle. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late games.
All right, let's go defense.
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big run right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone, another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get to two, another one bites the dust. Shoot up. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us from here.
All right, just a fantastic win over an undefeated Oregon. Just love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, let's look at what else is coming up in League One action. So, West Virginia has to play Virginia Tech this weekend. Boston College doesn't play. Ohio State at Iowa State. And Kansas at Kansas State. Kentucky at Purdue. And then finally, Memphis at Florida. And then in week 9, Florida does not play. UCLA will be at California in a rivalry game against another team with a very good record, 4-1. Michigan State at Kentucky should be a good game, 4-1. USC at Kansas State. Oklahoma State at Iowa State. Army at BC. And West Virginia at Rutgers. Thank you for joining us in this exciting League One game. In the immortal words of Coach Spector, have a great week. Kick its ass.